fun part about going to a car show, whether it's a big international event or a local car meet, just like Forrest Gump says,
you never know what you're going to get.
So yeah, it was really surprising when I got to the SD Coffee Cars and Community Meetup last weekend, only to find out that literally just 2 cars showed up. Now, it's possible this car meet's on hiatus, which makes sense since this time of year, even in Southern California, it's not always perfect sunshine and blue skies, as you can see in my footage. So Steve was there with his 1971 Land Cruiser FJ55, which was parked next to Will and his hot-rodded 1951 Chevy pickup. At one point, a curious family walked over and they talked to Steve.
I'm like, there's a car show today.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
There we are.
Now, Southern California has lots of car events year-round, but this is one of the newer ones. It got started less than a year ago or so. The thing is, this event has so much potential. It's at a great location right next to the San Diego Marina and San Diego Bay. And actually, the park area on the other side of the marina has been hosting big car meets for many years. So it makes sense to try to do something similar on this end of the marina. Okay, back to Will and Steve. I had a great time hanging out and chatting with these guys. Normally when I'm at a car event to make content for this channel, I spend more time behind the camera shooting footage, frankly, than getting into conversations with people. But since it was just Steve, Will, and me, I had no problem getting all the video I needed, plus I got a chance to really hang out with these guys. So of course we talked a lot about their cars, cars in general, and the car shows that we go to. They actually recommended a couple really good local meets I hadn't even been to yet, so I'm adding those to my bucket list. Then we got into a variety of other stuff like the Hells Angels, the bands whose concerts we've been to, and somehow we got onto the topic of cybersecurity of all things. Yeah, when people get together, these things happen. And honestly, I found that people who restore and customize cars are some of the most interesting people you'll ever meet. It takes a deep passion to put in the work needed, and their passion for their vehicles tends to spill over to other things in life. So yeah, you really do never know what you're going to get, especially at a car show. Now, at one point, a Chevy Camaro ZL1 rolled by. Real sweet car, but unfortunately, it didn't stop to join us. As for the 2 cars that actually were here for the meet, they're quite different from each other in a lot of ways. Now, of course, that's beyond the obvious things, like one being Japanese and the other one being American, one being a classic wagon SUV and the other being a classic sidestep pickup truck. See, on one hand, the Land Cruiser is almost entirely original, with later model Land Cruiser parts used here and there where needed in cases where something had to be replaced.
So how much of it's original still? I know you said
everything but the engine, transmission, and transfer case.
Wow.
I took those out of a 87 Land Cruiser.
Right, you repainted it to the factory two-tone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everything's OEM except front disc brakes. Everything is stock as I could.
Meanwhile, the Chevy, that's meant to be anything but stock. Here's Will giving a rundown of some of the work that went into this truck.
That's a straight LS6, never rebuilt 454.
Sweet.
I can adjust all 4 corners of that, and to where you can't adjust on the Holly anymore, you can't adjust all the 4 corners.
So yeah, it's basically turned into kind of a 1950s style muscle car hot rod with that 454 cubic inch motor from a Chevy Chevelle. And also these iconic jet exhaust 1959 Cadillac taillights, which Will says are actually authentic and were Frenched into the tubbed out rear end along with the other nice custom bodywork.
Everything's been shaved, chopped, channeled, narrowed rear end. The hood's been peaked, and the tail or the headlights have been Frenched in.
Just like the tails.
And then, yep, and then these are Venturis that were custom cut in the hood that Bill Berkey did back in the 70s, and it's all steel. I heard 10,000 hours he had into this truck.
Oh, bad.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks, Mert.
Will,
Thanks.
Steve.
Yeah, nice
Steve,
to
I'll
meet
see
you.
you soon.
As usual, when I post a car show video, I also feature some of the cars at the show in their own separate videos. So look out for uploads on this channel the next couple weeks featuring the Land Cruiser and the Chevy pickup. Also, check the description of this video for more information about SD Coffee Cars and Community if you'd like to participate or attend. Because yeah, I really hope this car meet gets more popular over time. I definitely wouldn't mind another trip out here when it's back in full swing.
out.
Hey man, thank you as well.
Want me to do a smoky burnout for you?